killing me.
Still hurts?
Sniffly? Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, Lion-O! We're not...
What's the matter, Snarf?
You got a cold?
Yeah, that's how I woke up this morning. Not how you want to do Halloween, but you guys are always there for us, so I will always try to be there for you. Welcome back to that podcast I like. I would be Sean Quinn. That is Stacy Ryder. Happy Halloween, Stacy.
Happy Halloween to you.
There are 3 stories around the country that people are talking about. You should know today. Let's get into it.
Let's find out. 1.
A British woman who claims she has slept with at least 20 ghosts says she's now engaged to a poltergeist. In December, Amethyst Realm said she cheated on her fiancé with a ghost and has since gone on to have supernatural affairs with at least 20 paranormal beings.
20 different ghosts? I don't know what the number is with ghosts. I don't know, but apparently she says 20 different ghosts have had their way with her. Or she's had her way with 20 different ghosts, whichever way you want to put it.
Now she's found true love, though, with an apparition. Realm said the ghost asked her to get married during a trip to celebrate their 9-month relationship.
Since your first sexual encounter with a spirit, you haven't had human contact in that way since.
No.
So once you go ghost, you never go back.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that right?
It is, yes. I've got no interest in men now.
Well, what about children? Because that surely is not possible.
I don't know, I've done actually a bit of research into phantom pregnancies.
What?
Recently.
The couple did the deed on the plane on the way back from Australia. She said it's way better than ordinary men.
I'm not going to believe it if I don't see film of this. This is something... look, we've had paranormal experiences of our own, and I haven't seen it with my own eyes. I've had experiences, but unless I see that, I don't believe it. Now, you think that's weird. Let me take you back almost 15 years to 2004. A woman by the name of Mary Anderson put the ghost of her dead father up for auction on eBay because her son said the ghost was haunting him.
He asked me, he's like, Mom, can we just sell Grandpa's ghost on eBay? And I told him, no, we can't sell a ghost on eBay. You know, that's you just can't do that.
Wrong.
So I thought about it, this was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then one night, he called me to go to the bathroom with him again. And I'm like, man, I wish there was some way I could just make him feel better about this house. So I asked him, hey, what about if we get Grandpa's cane, we could sell that on eBay, and then Grandpa's ghost would just have to go with it. And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea, Mom, let's do that.
Yeah, and when Grandpa's ghost left the house with the cane, they got $65,000 for that cane. Trick or treat, next.
According to a new survey, 1 in 3 men and 1 in 5 women say they've lived in a haunted house at some point in their lives, and most didn't know it was haunted when they moved in.
Well, that happened to us, and the haunting I don't think happened until after we were there for a long time. We've talked about this before, and it happened around this time of year when we had neighbors, when we lived in a townhouse, used to bury their pet animals in the backyard that everybody shared. And then one time, some sort of ghost animal, I don't know what it was, I saw on the steps show up. You saw it as well. We even had sounds that we had to have a maintenance guy come over and check our house because there was scratching like that in the walls. Maintenance guy goes in, doesn't find anything disturbed at all. It was weird, and it didn't go away until somebody gave us holy water to sprinkle around the house.
That is true. That's one of 4 houses that I think that I've lived in that were haunted in my lifetime.
Wait a minute. I had no idea there were 3 other instances. This thing is following you.
Yeah. I've lived in about 25 houses in my entire life, give or take, and 4 houses have been haunted that I've experienced, and that was just one of them.
So you're telling me that nearly 20% of the buildings that you have lived in your life?
Yes.
Well, I guess we got ours out of the way right at the beginning then. And finally, speaking of scary.
The Duke Energy building in Charlotte, North Carolina was evacuated yesterday after someone found, quote, a small manila envelope, handwritten and addressed from out of state.
I shared this on Facebook as soon as I saw it. Given what happened last week with all the devices people were sending in the mail, and we don't know whether they were explosive or not, when something shows up, you obviously have some concerns when you don't know what it is.
You definitely take the safe side, and they did that, but it wasn't a bomb, thankfully. It was a Journey cassette tape.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
And on that note, I mean literally on that note, we are going to get out of here. Another podcast later this afternoon with my daily beer. I don't know if I'm going to have a Halloween-themed beer. My trick-or-treat bucket for beer is empty.
Well, it's going to be a surprise, no, isn't it?
All right, well, I'll trust you to make it a treat, not a trick. Check that out later today, My Daily Beer. Subscribe here, and we will do this all again tomorrow. You know we love you.
Thunder! 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 Thundercats! I'm going too high. Let's find the mega condenser. I'm saying that too fast. Let's find the mega condenser. Still going too fast.
What's wrong, Lion-O?
Here it is again.
What's here again?
That thing, that mega thing.
Want me to say it?
Yes!